Alright guys, here we are back on NR2003. Today we have a very exciting video for you. Today we're going to be trying out the T300 on NR2003. I'm going to be talking about the settings I'm going to use. I'm going to compare it to the T150 and kind of give you an idea of how you can set up a T300 if you want to run on NR2003. First things first, we're going to go into the game controller panel on Windows. If you just search in your search bar, setup USB game controllers, you should see the T300 here. And over on the gain settings, we're going to run 75% overall strength, 100 for constant and periodic, and then 0% for spring and damper. And we're going to let the game handle the auto centering settings. So we'll go ahead and back out of that. And we'll hop into NR2003 itself. So going into the game, we got the force feedback down at 30%. And then when we calibrate the wheel right here, we're going to do just like we did with the T150. We'll get our pedals all calibrated. And then we're only going to rotate it 180 degrees in each direction, so 360 degrees total. This is the same thing I did with the T150. Even though this wheel can rotate much further, I like a 360 degree range rotation in NR2003. I feel like it works a lot better. And then I'm just gonna make sure I get it centered here. It's a little bit harder with the T300 to tell when the wheel's perfectly centered, but I think that's good. So we'll click OK on that right there. And then of course damping and latency at 0%, and then in the advanced controller options, we have 0% steering momentum, throttle, brake, steering assistance, and then 100% linearity. And I go boost steering at low speeds. Yeah, that's it for the settings right there. Of course, no driving aids. Not sure if you guys can see that, so let me go ahead. Yes, you can. Okay, wonderful. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into a race right here. It's going to be something very simple. North Carolina, The Rock. This is the track I love to test things at in NR2003. We're going to throw it way back. We're going to drive the default cup roster, the default cup mod. This is probably like the third or fourth video I ever uploaded to my channel was racing at the North Carolina Speedway in the 2003 season mode. You're a real OG if you remember that. Don't go looking for it. The quality of those videos was not very high. Not saying that they're much better today. So anywho, let's go ahead and jump into it here, and I'll see you guys in the race. Alright guys, it is race time here in North Carolina. It's looking like a cloudy day here at the Rock, 68 degrees. 20 laps out of us, starting in the back. And yeah, we got those old generic, default cup roster guys back here. And I'm driving the Enchilada Alley 101 Dodge. That's a big throwback. Again, don't go searching for those videos. They are not worth watching. But I hope you guys do enjoy this race. We're on the T300 here. And my first impressions, I mean, it's so smooth compared to the T150. It is dead quiet compared to the T150. And, my T150 served me very well for many years, but it was a little bit loud even when I first got it. It was, not the smoothest now thinking back on it, but the T300 is going to be an upgrade in every category at this point. There is just one thing you have to remember with the T300. You have to have this at all times. Just a safety precaution. But I got a new T300 after my last one went up in smoke. Had to take it back to Walmart because I had ordered it through Walmart.com, and the poor lady at the return counter has probably never seen a SimRacing wheel in her life. So she just to take it out of the box and look at it, and this thing's heavy. So poor lady's like got the thing on the floor wrestling with it, and I'm just standing on the other side of the counter like, sorry. Because, I can't really help her. It's a pandemic and everything. But I ramble. Let's focus on the racing. So yeah, with the North Carolina, I mean, I love this track. And the bottom lane's going to be the way to go with this setup. And on NR2003, we know that we're going to need to work the bottom. So we're 3 here on the bottom. Let's make sure we keep it right on that white line. Don't get tight. Very good. Clear them all. And we're up into 40th position. Absolutely torrid. But yeah, I think, with NR2003, the force feedback itself can only get so good. So I don't feel a ton of difference between the T150. I think, the biggest thing is when I jumped on iRacing, the T300 definitely made me feel like I had more subtle control of my car. You know, I'm able to make those micro adjustments that are necessary to really, you know, maximize your speed. Because on oval, you know, it's all about being smooth, making small adjustments. And, you know, with the T300, I'm feeling more confident with that. So, alright, we're making good work right here. Almost already into the top 30. Jay Haley on the outside. Justin Haley stealing his name. And I'm about to run into him. Got a little bit snug that time at the bottom. Should clear. We're killing it up to this point. Just kind of driving on autopilot while talking. Oh, baby. Okay, got a little bit loose there on entry. I think that's one thing with the T300 I'm still getting used to is, you know, how to save the car, how to do that when I need to do it. Because, you know, every once in a while the car will get skittish on you and you gotta try and wrestle it back in. And, you know, that's one thing that with the T150 I would whip that wheel back and forth to get it to do what I wanted it to do. But this wheel is a lot smoother, so you gotta be careful with cranking the wheel around because it'll get out of control real quick. And I'm definitely pulling a Danica Patrick every time I wreck. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. Not that this thing is gonna break your wrists, but I've seen it turn pretty hard. So anywho, we're up into the top 30 here, now behind Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and Jeff Burton pretty far back in the field. Oh, don't hit the apron. So yeah, this track's going to reward you a lot for staying down near the bottom, right on that white line, but if you touch it, it's going to send you up like you just saw, and that kills your momentum. Rolling pretty good here on the bottom, though. And they're 3 wide up ahead, so I'm going to look for a little bit of a checkup. Looks like they clear it out smoothly, so I'm going to just stomp on the throttle. And it's going to be close, but I think I'm going to send it on Jeff. So we're at the halfway point. Jimmy Spencer out there in that beautiful number 7 Sirius Dodge, I want to say. Love that car. And things are spreading out ahead here of Jerry Nadeau, which is really good for me. That's lots of spots I can pick off. So we're finally passing Kyle Petty. It takes half the race to pass Kyle Petty in 2003. Well, that's concerning. Alright, almost in the top 20 now on the back of Andretti. Let's see how much more we can get out of this. Tires are starting to complain a little bit. Been driving it hard, you know, shallow at the bottom. So when we get clear, we'll try and arc it off a bit more. See, it's starting to get angry. Let's take a look at the tires. Yeah, 228 is a little bit hot. Of course, I haven't been trying to save anything in a 20-lap race, but that is pretty brutal. Got out near the wall there. It's starting to get a bit understeery.
You're now in the top 20.
I do not want to be on the outside. Alright, well, we're going to pinch Green down and hopefully clear him here off into 3. It's going to be tight. Not going to clear. Not by enough, anyway. We're going to pinch him down hard here again. We should get him, and we do. Alright, I'm never going to the outside again. That was not good. Alright, just let it roll. Let it roll. Jump back on it. Oh, we got checkers. Oh, it's Kevin Harvick. He's in trouble. Alright, well, I got pretty lucky there. Gain a few more spots. All of a sudden, a top 10 is not out of the question. It's going to be 5 to go, I think. Yes, it is. And ahead of Dave Blaney and Terry Labonte up there is 5th place. Oh, no, it didn't turn. I just lost a lot of time. Let's actually slow down this time. There we go. There you go. Wait for it to turn before you press the gas. That's a good tip. Patience is key.
Keep digging.
Say that and I'm probably gonna just... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Do as I say, not as I do. but we're actually still gaining a little bit by virtue of them racing kind of hard ahead of me. And now we actually took 3 and 4 pretty good, but we wasted some laps messing around back there. And we'll see if we can get anything more than this 15th place. It's really starting to fight me through the corners. I'm not loving it. Definitely, if this were a longer run, I would have had to take it way, way easier. As yeah, we're sitting at 234 on the tires. That is abysmal tire wear. Oh, it is snug. Oh. That's my, oh god, it's understeering noise. If you're my crew chief or my spotter and you hear me doing that, take some wedge out, please. Alright, well, coming to get the white flag. We're kind of struggling, but at least holding on to 15th. Really slow it down. Really let it turn. Finally jump on the throttle. And it's looking like it's going to be 15th. See if we can get one more here. I'm going to jump on it. Not quite. So a 15th place finish. You know, really fun on the T300. Like I said, you know, NR2003, it's an old game, you know, force feedback can only be so good for it, but, you know, I think the biggest thing with the T300, it is quiet compared to the T150. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If I did help you out with the settings at the beginning of the video, or you just enjoyed this race, please consider subscribing for me. It would be much appreciated. But I did want to let you know that I do just appreciate you for watching, and if you want to leave a comment, I would like that very much. I do read all the comments, and I usually leave a heart or a reply if I can think of one. So like I said, I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next race.
Clear inside.
Oh my gosh, go away. Yeah, there you go.
You're in the middle.
GeForce 3 wide. Oh!
Inside. Stay high.
We're fine.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
All
You're
right.
on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Okay, okay there, buddy. Tempting as that looks. I gotta be patient. Just make my moves at the bottom.
Outside.